Hey, you know what? Listening gets confused with thinking that you have to act on it right now. This is for the people who are disseminating the information and they're talking to you and they think that you're not listening because you're not acting on whatever it is that they're telling you, advising you of right now. And that's not the case. I don't need you to tell me again. I don't need you to keep reiterating it. I don't need you to stand over my shoulder to see if I'm using the information as you deem it fit for whatever situation that you're talking to me on. Mind your business. What's wrong with me tucking this information away and being able to recall this at a later date? What's wrong with me sitting on this, marinating on it to see how I can apply this? See, people are confused you not listening. Just like I stated earlier, they'll confuse you not listening just because you're not making changes, outward changes that people can see. This is probably what leads to some of that. I've talked about this in another video where people do things and they'll look for pats on the back in the regard of, hey, look, I made this change. Hey, you didn't acknowledge it. Could you see it? Could you commend me on it? Nah. Who are you doing it for? You doing it for me or you doing it for you? Or you doing it for the outward appearance of what it looks like to others? That's what I'm thinking about. This this topic is actually the reason why this really resonates with me. I think about talking to a close friend of mine, his father, and he was giving an example. How you doing? He was giving an example of some information that he received from a sibling early on in his life, and it wasn't until years later that information was applied. So, yeah, which is just proof that he was listening, and it didn't have to be reiterated to him again and again for him to find some benefit or some use to it. So, don't make the mistake of thinking that you know it all in regards to you talking to somebody and they're not hearing you or they're writing you off. Doesn't have to be the case. Doesn't have to be the case at all. It's my 2 cents on it. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. I'm Ian. You have a good one.